The Barney franchise has hit a point now that we need to talk about what's going on. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing absolutely wonderful on this new year. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. You grab a snack. If you were doing something, keep doing it. Put this on in the background because this is just this video is on a whim. I just want to talk about this because Kaylin of Terrific Tributes uploaded a video recently about the current state of Barney and what Mattel is doing with the character. And I wanted to sort of give my thoughts on it because there's so much, and I wanted to say this stuff from for a long time now. Let me just go ahead and get into it. First things first, of course, you guys know, but for anyone outside watching, I'm saying this as a fan that has been a fan for, I'm 23, so 23 years. I've been along the ride with Barney for essentially my entire life. You look at this channel, it's everything, it's mostly Barney, right? And there's a lot of work that's been put into this, and there's a lot of things that we've talked about, and it's just been a lot of fun. So I am a huge Barney fan, as you all know. And I don't mean to say any of this in negatively. Everything I'm saying is either going to be purely factual or just visibly apparent. As we know, Barney and Friends production stopped in 2010, which means it's been 12 years since the franchise essentially came to an end. Or rather, not the franchise, but the show itself, Barney and Friends. As it stands right now, the Barney franchise is dead. Now that's not to mean that it can't be revitalized. That's not to mean that it can't be revived. At this point right now, the Barney franchise is dead. And it's very upsetting to even say that, but it's true. And it's been so stagnant for such a long time. And without any real push to make anything new, it feels like there is no point in continuing this franchise. And I want this video to be a way to reach out to Mattel and possibly let them know the different things that they can do if they want to keep this franchise going, because with what they're doing, I don't entirely understand the purpose. First things first, merchandising. I don't think that we really need anything changed with the merchandising. From what it seems like, they're doing a really good job with keeping things going with Barney in terms of merchandise, toys, that kind of stuff. As we know, Mattel every now and then will license out to another company to make Barney toys. That's how we got the Barney Halloween inflatable costume for adults. Did they make one for kids? I don't remember. They have a Halloween outfit for kids. I don't know if that's recent or not. Maybe it is. That's how we got the company character in the UK to make these eco-friendly Barney plushes, right? That happened last year, which is crazy. That's how we got these Crane Game Machine sets of Barney plushes. The Barney, BJ, and Baby Bop, they made 2 different sets, I think, which is really cool. It's really obscure and strange that they're Crane Game Machine toys, but the fact that we got anything at all is great. They're doing a really good job at keeping Barney in the merchandising eye. That is a good way of keeping people aware that Barney is still around. You know, I would always say, whenever I would work at my old job, I would wear a Barney backpack, and people would be like, "Oh, I love Barney. I watched Barney in the 90s on PBS. You know, my kids love Barney." It's so, and that was last year. So people are still aware of Barney. People still know that Barney exists, right? The problem is that Barney doesn't really exist anywhere except YouTube. And that's the next point that I wanted to get to. You see so many kids shows today that exist on so many different platforms and are making themselves known to so many outlets and so many different kinds of people. Barney hasn't been doing that. And there's a few reasons I feel why that could be. First things first, Barney's official YouTube channel, if you look on the channel, it started in 2010, and I believe it started after the series ceased production. So once the production of Barney and Friends ended, it seemed like they immediately made the jump to YouTube to keep Barney alive, at least until the foreseeable jump to making things again, if that was ever in the plans to begin with. And they immediately started uploading clips from, the season 7 through 14, the past 10 years of the show, right? Very typical. That makes sense. Like I said earlier, other kids shows exist on so many different outlets. You look at Hip Hop Harry. Hip Hop Harry is one of the biggest examples of this because I feel like it's the one that's the closest to Barney and what it is. that is still doing things everywhere, essentially. Hip Hop Harry has a YouTube channel that they upload the clips of the show to. Hip Hop Harry has an Instagram page that they upload videos and like Hip Hop Harry dancing to current songs and stuff like that, different trends and stuff. Hip Hop Harry, I believe, has a TikTok. I'm not entirely sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. But at the very least, Hip Hop Harry has a YouTube and an Instagram that they're frequently uploading, like just about every single day, adding stories and stuff like that, which is great. I don't know if they have a Facebook, but like, as I said, Instagram and YouTube, that's great, right? And they're actively engaging with people. They do collabs with YouTubers here and there, like other influencers. They're doing things to keep that character alive, which is very respectable, especially considering Hip Hop Harry has like so little content from its actual show. It didn't run nearly as long as Barney, right? So the fact that they're doing that is absolutely amazing. Barney right now only exists on YouTube, which is absolutely bizarre to me. Barney has a Facebook page that does not get updated. Barney, as far as I know, has no Instagram. I have not seen any Instagram for Barney at all. It's mainly just fan pages for the character, which is absolutely insane. There's no TikTok or anything. And I always say TikTok right now is the best way of getting people to know about your brand, your character, your franchise, whatever it may be. It is bizarre to me that Barney is only existing on YouTube, and it feels like, as I said earlier, I don't understand the purpose because they're not really making anything. There's the rumors of the Barney movie by Daniel Kaluuya, which we haven't seen anything from yet. We just keep hearing people talk about it, but there's nothing that's been concrete about it. That's the only thing that could hint towards a push to make new Barney stuff right now. The Barney documentary was never going to do that because of its subject matter. So right now, it feels like things are riding on the Barney movie that's supposedly being made and nothing else. With that being said, that makes it even more bizarre that they're licensing out for companies to make Barney plushes and stuff, because it's like, if you're not making anything for people to watch or for people to engage with to sell more products, then why are we doing this? I feel like if they really want to continue this franchise, they need to reach out to other outlets. At least have an Instagram or something, right? But at the same time, that's another point that I wanted to get into. I feel like Mattel, 9 Story, whatever, I feel like they should really be reaching out to creators, influencers. And that sounds very strange for Barney, but they really need to reach out to creators, just people that are making things and people that are current, because we cannot keep recycling the same clips over and over again on YouTube. How many times do I have to load up YouTube, see my subscriptions, and see the official Barney YouTube channel and see the exact same clips from season 7 through 14? I am getting so sick of going to my subscriptions and seeing thumbnails of the Caboose era, the park, just Barney standing in the park. These are old clips that are recycled again and again and again, and uploads in YouTube shorts and compilations. It's getting very tiresome, and it's so upsetting because there are 10 years of Barney content that they are refusing to touch. 1992 through 2002. They are not touching it. They will not acknowledge it. Sometimes they'll do it. Every now and then, once in a blue moon, maybe once every 7 months, they will upload something from season 1, 2, 3, whatever, right? But every other day in the year, there will only be season 7 through 14. There's not that much there. Like there's 7 seasons, yes, but we're also not acknowledging 7 seasons that were before that. There's so much variety there that can override just only seeing this, and it's really baffling to me. And I'm sure they have their reasons, right? Maybe it's a rights issue. Who knows? At this point, it's getting very tiresome, and as I said before, the purpose is gone because there's no real push to make anything new. So it literally feels like Barney's kept on life support right now. It just feels like, even at a business perspective, there's no real reason to keep Barney alive if you're not going to do anything with it, right? There's so many things that they could be doing. reach out to creators. Me, Andrew, Barney Builder, Kalen, Terrific Tributes, Mr. K's Clubhouse. There are so many of us existing here that can help to promote and to just spread the character that Barney is, because that's what we've been doing for the past few years. We're here. We're growing fan bases, each and every one of us. And I feel like all they have to do is just follow in the footsteps of other brands. And maybe Barney could end up being the next Thomas. Actually, no, I take that back. That's not going to happen. I'm fully accepting of the fact that Barney's peak was in his 90s, right? Barney's peak was absolutely in the 90s. There's no way Barney's going to eclipse Thomas at this point. But I feel like they're sitting on a gold mine and they're doing nothing with it. They're not capitalizing on it. Barney has been so stagnant, again, for so long that it really doesn't make the most sense for them to keep going in the same way that it's been going, because with what it is now, this can keep going forever and ever and ever, and it's not going to move anywhere. I feel like they're probably losing money by spending time doing this. Maybe Barney's franchise is existing purely on ad revenue, but even still, Barney's YouTube channel is set to made for kids, so they're not really making that much money anyway. Every time they announce that they're possibly working on something for Barney, it's either quietly shelved or we just never hear about it ever again. And I don't know how I feel about that cycle continuing, because it just feels like false promises in a way. And again, I say all of this as a fan because all I want to do is see Barney thrive and see Barney at the best it can be. And Barney gets hopped around to different companies, Hit Entertainment, now Mattel, and they don't really seem to have Barney's best heart in mind with how it is right now. It's a little upsetting as a fan of 30 something as a fan of 23 years, seeing something that you grew up with grow and change into something that is progressing slower than you are in life is a little hard. And it's like watching your best friend get held back in the same grade every single year for 12 years. That's exactly what it feels like with what Barney is now. And again, I really just want to see this franchise continue in a way that isn't so dull. I feel like there's some steps that could be made to better revitalize this character, if that's even what they would want to do in the first place. So again, like, just make more social media, stay active on everything. You're not really promoting anything, but at least let more and more people know that Barney is still around, because it's a property that you own. Reach out to creators. We're all here. We're all regularly making Barney content, history videos, reviews, artwork, all kinds of stuff. We all do different things. We're here. We want to see Barney exist. And I'm sure, I can't speak for everyone, but I would be happy to help. I'm sure a lot of other people would be happy to help as well. There's a lot of people here that would love to see more from Barney. New stuff, maybe releasing old stuff on better quality format. Barney's peak was in its 90s, but people are still around, celebrating Barney, talking about Barney history, the Barney History Fans Facebook group, the Barney Fan Club Facebook group. There's Facebook groups that are regularly active every single day with thousands of people talking about Barney. We want Barney stuff. We will buy Barney stuff. Tapes. They're not making tapes in 2023. We will buy DVDs, Blu-rays, plush, whatever it may be. Barney has a future. Whatever it may be, I feel like Barney has a future in something. But with how stagnant it's been for as long as it has been, it's a bit hard to say what things could look like for the character aside from gone in the next 5 years. That's really all I have to say. Again, Mattel, if you're watching, hopefully some of these things have been taken to heart. Hopefully some of these things have been thought about, considered, all kinds of stuff. I'm really hoping it reaches Mattel. We've had instances where a video of mine reached 9 Story and they took videos down off the Barney official YouTube channel. So we at least have some sort of pull. Hopefully this reaches Mattel. Share it, I guess. And again, I really feel like there's things that can be done to help revitalize this franchise a bit. And as a fan, I think I'd say for all of us that Barney deserves a bit more. Thank you guys for listening to my little ramble. leave a like on this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think. What do you think Barney could do as a franchise to help bring itself back up to the top? I want to hear all your responses. I'll respond to as many as I can. And again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, for staying along. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. What do I normally say? Thank you guys for joining my rainbow line. I'll see you guys at the next stop. See you. Thank you to Alicia, Andrew, Brandon, Caroline, Cameron, Daniel, Donnie, Amelia, Gwen, Ian, Junior the Hedgehog, Common J, Caitlin, Matthew, Megley, Mia T. Toon, Nerdy Disney, our friend Barney, Sawyer, Velveteen. Thank you to all of my Rainbow Line passengers. See you.